Hey friends, it's Sunday. I warned you this was under construction. And it is. Oh, it is. I'm not going to go any farther over because then I'm going into my husband's space, but I do have more stuff on his side. I have stuff in the old craft room. I'm not going to go in there out of respect to my daughter and her husband because they have some of their belongings in there already. I have stuff in the hallway by the front door, but this is where we are at. Currently, I have got, even on my bed, I have stuff. I don't know what I'm doing right now. That's my new computer desk area, which, as you can see, is a total wreck. This is my new craft area. Again, a total wreck. So let me flip you guys around and we'll have a little bit of chit chat while I sit at my desk and try and organize that so I can do a little bit of crafting this week, okay? Here we are, friends. I'm exhausted. I don't even know where to begin to put stuff away because we had to literally just pack and move everything so fast yesterday. All day Saturday is all we did. My daughter and I mostly. We were just moving stuff, packing stuff. So let me backtrack to Friday really quick. I know I did a quick thing on my Dazzling with Diamond painting 26 video. So Friday, as you know, they surprised me by showing up here Friday morning because, well, my daughter had an interview Friday afternoon. She got hired right away. My son-in-law had a job acceptance thing on Saturday afternoon, and he's just waiting for his background to come back so that he can start working. And then today, as they were getting ready to get on the road, my daughter got another call from another employer for job acceptance at 4 o'clock, which means they did not leave Arizona until 5 o'clock. Please pray with me that they are safe on the road. I don't like them driving at night. My husband's never driven this late at night going back from Arizona. So just be praying with me, please, for their safety. So I have essentially what I can physically do tonight, Sunday, until Wednesday morning. So essentially I have Monday and Tuesday to get the rest of that stuff emptied out of that room, which it's pretty much just my closet of yarn. That's pretty much all that's in there now. And all my craft stuff has to either come in the master bedroom or I have to get rid of it. I will respect my husband and not put it throughout, various places of the house. I could probably store some in the linen closet that I have bed sheets and stuff in, but there's not a whole lot of room in there either. So I'm going to have to cram it all in my master closet. Yeah, I'm at a loss right now for words. I haven't picked up a crochet hook. I haven't picked up a stitch of crafting stuff. I mean, aside from opening like Amazon stuff, envelopes and more envelopes and cards and more envelopes. Those are actually for upcoming projects that you will see very soon in videos. And then what else did I get from Amazon? I got more of these for Twinchy Tuesday. I know they look big, but it's because I just cut off a portion of it. And then these are 2 different kinds of bows. Some new washi tape because my washi tape was just a joke. These are rubber stamps. I really like the effect that these look and will give. So those. And then A whole bunch of Care Bear stickers. And then, of course, I got a book that Levi has been wanting. And then I also got 2x2 wooden squares. Hopefully you will see those on Twinchy Tuesday. So my focus tonight is going to be not so much the floor behind me, the desk you're sitting on. I don't know how it's going to go for recording. One thing I do know is God is opening doors faster than we know how to even stand there and accept them. It's just crazy. You know, my daughter and her husband were just out here visiting a couple of weeks ago, and they weren't so sure if they wanted to move out here or not. They weren't sure. She wasn't sure if this was right for her. He was perfectly fine with it. And then when they got back, the job that they're currently at, that they've been at for a couple of years now, they started lowering everybody's hours again, and they could barely make ends meet. So that was like a sign from God right there, you know, hey, I'm opening these doors, you know. And we've told our kids our door is open for you if you ever need it for whatever period of time, right? Even if we have to make sacrifices, that's okay. You know, that's what life is about. It's about sacrifice. It's about give and take. It's about surrendering it all to God. And then just seeing how, you know, they got here on Friday, and then she goes in for that interview on Friday, and they barely get through 2 questions, and they're like, you know, we really like you. We want to hire you. Great. You know, 12 hours to start. It's a job. It's a start, right? It's an income. Because, I mean, they're coming with attachments. You know, they have bills like most people do. I mean, car payments and, you know, whatever. They have bills. And so then he goes on to his thing on Saturday, does everything he needs to do. And then, you know, they tried out a new church here in Kingman. And we went to our church this morning, and our sermon this morning was on the Garden of Gethsemane, about Jesus going and praying. And, you know, it was a very fitting message for today being Palm Sunday. And it really kind of put my life into perspective hearing the message this morning, because it's like, you know, I'll be honest with you, my faith has kind of wavered a little bit. My heart posture has not been great with everything going on. And, you know, I really feel like since we started this new series on our posture, our heart posture, essentially, it's been a conviction for me. I'm not going to lie, you know. And then so their service got done before ours did. And then we picked them up after our service was done. We went to Walmart and got a couple of things, and then came home, and I made homemade meatballs and spaghetti dinner, or lunch, because I thought they were getting on the road by 2:00. Well, then it's pretty close to 2:00, and my daughter's getting this call like, hey, we need you to come in at 4:00. We're going to show you to the department we want you to work in and make sure you can handle it. And, you know, it's a very well-known company. And she came out within 20 minutes for nearly full-time job offer. So, you know, things may be tough right now, and trying to figure out, you know, I'm giving up the space I had for them, so they have a room. But I just got to remember, it's all about surrender. It's all about compromise. It's all about It's not just all about me. You know, I have a family. I have to take care of them. They may be adults and married, but I have to take care of them too. And I'm not going to see them struggle any more than they already are. And depending how some things go in April, there might be some more major changes coming at the end of the year. I don't know. So friends, I once again ask you to just please be patient with me on my videos. I know I have several commitments I'm doing each week. I'm going to really try and get to them, but I'm not going to promise anything right now until we kind of settle down a little bit, get them moved in. They'll be here Wednesday morning. My husband just called me. They're about halfway back to California. Well, they're in California, but they're about halfway back to the apartment. And then tomorrow they're going to hit the ground running to pack all their stuff. Thankfully, they don't have a lot of little stuff. It's mostly big. They already have the trailer reserved. My husband's going to hook it to his truck. Not our first time at the rodeo with that one. We know his truck can handle a trailer. We've had to do it once before. And my car can do it too, because we used my Honda Pilot to tow a U-Haul trailer all the way out to Tennessee when my son moved. So, yeah. So, friends, you know, I just ask for patience. And then, hold on one second. All right, sorry, I wanted to just close my door because of the next thing I need to talk about. I think Mom's asleep. I think she's been asleep for a good hour and a half now, but I got, as you know, the rejection letter for long-term care. Well, right around that same time, I had a little bit of explanation done for me, and a big problem with that type of interview and assessment is they do it on the phone. They don't actually physically see the person and what the caregivers, the family members are dealing with. And I was told that most of these cases get rejected and they have to start back over. However, thanks to the kind lady at our local hospital, she was able to, because I called, I had a number for an annual Medicare wellness check and evaluation stuff that they do for people every year over 65. Well, because Mom doesn't have a primary here, they couldn't do that appointment, but they were able to get me into a primary this coming week. And this is another reason why I don't know what the course of events are going to be this week leading. I mean, it's not just, is it Holy Week, but it's leading into, you know, we've got Easter, and then I've got my family, my kids moving in. Mom's appointment's on Thursday morning. And the dementia clinic called me, the dementia home that's here in our city. She called and talked to me for more than 30 minutes, explaining everything that we need to do that needs to be done with the doctor's appointments to get her scores up, to get me some kind of help. They're talking about doing hospice care that will give me a LPN that would come in and evaluate her and assess her. They're also talking about doing a week-long respite care at the dementia home where I would drop her off for a week. It would give me a 1-week break. I would not have anything to worry about. And they would do all their evaluations with their in-house doctors there. And then the third step would be to get her in there as a resident. So I don't know how long this process will take. We're taking the first step on Thursday morning. So I'm navigating uncharted waters right now. I don't know what all this is going to bring. I just don't know. You know, obviously I'm not going to quit my channel. I'm not going to. You know, but I need to put my family first. And I mean, again, there's going to be videos. They're probably just going to be a case of what I'm going to have to do tomorrow and Tuesday in between everything else is I'm going to have to pre-record like 6 videos. But I think I can do it because some of the stuff I already have ready for the videos. I just need to show it, you know. So hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. It's just been a lot all at once for everybody. And you know, this is all good. This is all good. Don't get me wrong. This is all definitely good. We are, you know, so happy that they fought their fears and are following what we are pretty sure is God opening all these doors for them, you know. But back to the whole thing with my mom, you know, we're getting into those different stages where we're dealing with defiance and a little bit of aggression. And so I have to really be on top of it like a hawk. We're dealing with a little bit of what's called sundowner syndrome, where the sun goes down, the person goes to bed. And it's getting more and more as we get closer and closer to the anniversary of Dad's passing, which was on April 14th of 2022. So we are coming up on 4 years of that. And I feel like waves of grief from time to time just, it hits me because it's like I'm grieving for my mom, for what we're dealing with her. I'm grieving with his passing. And now it's just like we're going through all of these emotions. And I just want what's best for my kids, for my family. And I know obedience is going to come into play hardcore. And I'm not a good obedient person sometimes. So, I know this wasn't a crafty video or anything. I know it was lengthy. I did give the heads up. I know this is not my normal recording area. I'm sorry. But this is where we are. We've told the kids, you know, if you need a year or 2 years, that's okay to get back on your feet. The good thing is they are very headstrong. They are planning. So, yeah. But I think that pretty much catches you guys up to speed on why I didn't do a video yesterday. If it says anything, I was in bed at 8:30 last night. My body was done. I'm still feeling it today, not as bad. I'm feeling good enough that I can get my desk cleaned and worked on. And I have a really nice lamp that I bought for my space here because it is darker over here now that we moved the lamp to my husband's side. So I went and got a lamp when we were at Walmart today. But don't worry, we're going to have some crafty fun this week, okay, friends? It's just, I'm going to be pre-recording a lot. So that leads me to one other thing. I know I have a couple of you on here that have channels, and I normally watch your videos like faithfully every day. I'm keeping them on a watch later list, and I'm watching them as I can. I'm going to get to them. Even if it's a week from now, I'm going to get to them, okay? I think there's only a handful of you that watch my channel that have channels that I watch all the time. So just be patient with me, friends. I will get to those videos. I may not have a dishcloth video this week. I need to see what the ducks pulled this week and see if it's something I can pull off by Thursday. And if not, I'm going to have to postpone it for a week. So I don't know. I need to get it all under control. It's not under control right now. So, okay, with that said, I'm going to go. I got to get this dust cleared off. I want to do some crafty stuff, but I've also got to get some more stuff moved from the front bedroom to here, and then go from there. So, okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Love, hugs, and prayers to you all. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. And I will see you again tomorrow for something, sometime. And that's the other thing. I have no set time my videos are going to come out. It's going to be anywhere between morning and late night. So they'll be there. All right, until next time.